Are you thinking about moving to the United States and starting an e-commerce business? Not sure which visa you might qualify for that will let you live and work in the US? I'm going to show you what could be a very interesting option for you, the E-2 Investor Visa. I am Marcos Bravo, and in this video, I will guide you through the essentials of the E-2 visa and why it might be just what you need to get your US-based online business going. Let's start with a quick review of the basics of the E-2 visa, also known as the E-2 Investor Visa for an obvious reason. The point of the visa category is to allow people to live and work in the United States because of an investment they have made there. The purpose of the E-2 visa is to stimulate job creation in the US economy thanks to foreign investment. The E-2 visa lets people behind that investment personally oversee the operation of their business. There are some other eligibility requirements for the E-2 visa. The most important of these is being a citizen of a country with the E-2 treaty with the United States. I will put a link to the official State Department list of E-2 treaty countries in the description below this video. If you're not a citizen of an E-2 treaty country, you'll have to look for other visa categories. The last basic requirement that we'll discuss before we turn our focus into the e-commerce is the substantial investment. To be eligible for the E-2 visa, an investor must make a substantial investment in a US company, either new business or an existing business. But what does it mean substantial? Each investment will be evaluated by the USCIS based on the proportionality principle. It basically compares the amount you're investing to the overall value of the business. While there are no exact numbers used to determine if the investment is substantial, our experience tells us that qualifying for an investment in the case of e-commerce investments are typically around $50,000 to $100,000. There are a few other smaller requirements for the E-2 visa, but I will refer you to an immigration professional to learn more about them. Remember that having a good immigration attorney who can properly advise you through the entire process is key. If you haven't connected with one yet, let us know. We work with over 1,000 partner attorneys, and we will be happy to refer you to a trusted attorney from our network. This way you can be sure you're getting the best level of care and support. So, how does the E-2 visa fit into your plans if you want to own a US e-commerce business? Setting up a business in the growing field of e-commerce is one of the many qualifying activities for an E-2 visa, and is an increasingly common path for foreign investors. Let's dive into some of the lessons that we've learned working with clients applying for E-2 visas based on an investment in some aspect of online sales. The first is about not being a marginal business. This means that US immigration authorities want to see that the e-commerce business you're investing in does more than simply provide you with an income. It has to grow beyond that and result in more job creation. Remember, that's the whole idea behind the E-2, promoting job creation in the US. If you can show that your business will do that, you've already taken a big jump towards eligibility. On to the next point. You have to be actively engaged in the e-commerce business, and your presence must in some way be essential. In other words, you cannot simply depend on online sales for passive income. To qualify for the E-2, you have to be hands-on and actively involved in the operations or management of the business. After all, if the online store can run without you, why will US immigration authorities agree that your presence in the United States is necessary? Another key to a successful E-2 visa application is proving the existence of a real and operating enterprise. Qualifying for the E-2 visa is not just about what you're going to do, it's about what you're doing now. And that means showing the e-commerce business exists and is functioning. Sharing things like business licenses, lease agreements for the warehouse, supplier contracts, employee onboarding materials, proof of money spent on renovations or inventory, anything to show the e-commerce business is real and active will help to satisfy this point during the application process. As I mentioned before, you have to convince US immigration authorities of your business idea. In e-commerce, that means having access to a national and even global market, which make it easier to demonstrate that you have the growth potential that is key for the E-2 eligibility. A business plan is crucial for demonstrating growth potential in E-2 visa applications for e-commerce investments. A business plan helps US authorities understand more about your ambitions and your business ability to become successful in the United States. It looks at your proposed endeavor from a business perspective, complete with clear projections about growth, and most importantly, job opportunities that come with that growth. The business plan includes a thorough analysis of the online business environment you want to enter, along with relevant market research and financial projections. This helps you show that you're likely to succeed in your venture and create conditions for job growth. We at Journey can help with your business plan. We have delivered thousands of custom business plans for E-2 applicants worldwide, and we know what immigration officers want to see in an e-commerce application. The E-2 visa is a great option for e-commerce entrepreneurs who want to live and work in the United States and contribute to the US economy. If you think it could be the right choice for you, reach out to us to learn more about the visa itself and the business plan that can make you eligible. We're here to help.